Good morning. This is a Saturday morning, but by the time you guys see this video, it's going to be Saturday evening because it usually takes me a good 6 hours to 12 hours to put a nice video together for you guys. That being said, this is the FIIL T1X that I did a review a few months ago. And this is the FIIL T1XS that we're going to cover today. What's the difference, you may ask? Stick around and find out right after this. I know, we started out this morning with a cup of coffee. Now we're on to a soda beverage that we like to call pop here in Michigan. So everything you've seen up until this point has taken me from breakfast to lunch. So it goes to show how long a video actually takes. There's a lot of time and effort that goes into these, just so you guys know. So today we're covering the new FIIL T1XS. As I mentioned before, I did the T1X. And for those who may want to see that video first, I will gladly drop you the link right here where you can check that out. So go ahead and pause this video, go watch that, and then come back. So yes, FIIL did reach out to me once again to do an honest review for you guys, and that's exactly what I intend on doing. So for any of you that are meeting me for the first time, my name is Brannon No, and I love to do tech reviews of the latest and greatest, and even silly vlogs here and there. So if any of that dazzles you, I encourage you, take that first step, hit subscribe, hit the bell, hit all, and you guys will be on your way and receiving all the content that yours truly provides for you. All right, without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive in deeper and see if it's worth your extra $10 to get the T1XS versus the T1X. All right, we're gonna go ahead and bring the mic in a little closer to my mouth so you guys can hear me when we go ahead and go over the upper camera, which we're going to go to now. All right, guys. I have displayed for you both the FIIL T1X and the FIIL T1XS. So looking at both of the boxes, you're definitely not going to notice the difference unless you see the small print, which one says T1X and one says T1XS. So for all intents and purposes of this video, we will refer it from here on out, the T1X and the T1XS. All right, looking at both cases, that's where you're going to see a tremendous difference. The old T1X was a lot bigger than the new now T1XS, so they did slim that down, which is a lot nicer for the pocket. But what I noticed when getting the earbuds out of the case, I like the bigger style, actually. I found it way easier to get the buds in and out of the case rather than the new style on the T1X. It just seems like it's so narrow, so it's kind of hard to get a good grip on it to pull them out. Obviously, once you figure out a good way of doing it, it's definitely not going to pose a problem later down the road, but as of right now, I was trying to get used to grabbing those opposed to the T1X. As for showing you what comes in the box of each unit, I'm only going to show you the T1XS as the T1X has the exact same stuff in it. Speaking of a USB Type-C, which is fantastic, that's something we're starting to see in all the new earbuds and headphones now. Rather than being the micro USB, I'm thinking those are pretty much 86. For those that don't know, that is food terms, meaning it's X'd out off the menu in a kitchen. It's going to come with the ear gels and the assorted wingtips, which that's one of the features I really like about the FIILs, is that they have those extra wingtips. You can choose to use them or not. I prefer to use them. I feel it gives me a snugger fit and feels like they're not going to come out as easily. I know we're kind of going backwards on these reviews. I usually show you the manual first, but you know what? Why not change it up a little bit? You're going to get your instruction manual, which is really intuitive. It's going to let you know exactly what you need to do as far as hooking up your new product. You're also going to get May I Help You from FIIL. It's a scanned bar item that will give you 24 hours of online service. They also include their phone number, which is a nice feature to have when you buy a product. All right, let's go ahead and pull the earbuds out of the case. I'm going to take one from one side and one from the other, and I'm definitely going to take one right from one side and one left from the other because I don't want to mix these up. You're not going to know which one is the T1X versus the T1XS. Where you will see a difference, obviously not just the case, you're going to see it in the software as well. All right, let's go ahead and give it the Brannon gravity test on the T1XS. And I knew right away, just by how they fit in there with the magnet, that their retention is phenomenal. And also on the T1X, those were good as well, as we did the test the last time when I reviewed these. All right, let's go ahead and flip the boxes over and see what we're getting. Put the bifocals on here. I am getting older, you know. They're both going to give you 24 hours of playtime, 36 hours of talk time. They both support the high sensitivity and easy mode. It gives you a 2-time mics enhance on the T1X. I noticed on phone call testing they were identical, and they do a fair job. They're not perfect, but they're not terrible either. We're seeing an IP65 on the T1X and an IPX5 on the T1XS. Now, don't underestimate the lower number. If you get an X in front of it, you're going to have a little better coverage than without the X. Both buds are supporting the Bluetooth 5.0, which you shouldn't experience any latencies. I didn't upon my testings. And they both have the EQ app, which we're going to go over right now to show you the difference between the T1X versus the T1XS. Okay, so on the FIIL T1X, you're going to see just the earbuds, and I'll show you this in a second. The T1XS is going to show you the case and the earbuds, so you're going to get a lot more software options on the T1XS versus the T1X. But as far as this goes, it's going to show you both 100% on either bud, and then you flip it over, and now you're going to get your different tones. You can hit bass, original, or treble, but you can also hit more EQ, and now you're going to get a bunch of different settings. You have car stereo, classic, light music, dance, R&B, electronic, and so forth. Then you also have your easy mode listening, low latencies on and off, high sensitivity, you can turn that on and off. It tells you if the firmware is updated or not. All right, let's go ahead and jump out of this and show you guys the T1XS. Click on that and voila. Like I said earlier, you're going to get the case now. And I thought this was pretty cool too. It says change headset 3 cycles. And I think that is pretty cool because it lets you know exactly how many charges you have left, opposed to your 100% on both earbuds as well. All right, we can go ahead and roll over this. Again, you're going to get your same options, your bass, original, and treble. Not only do you have the same options for car stereo, light music, metal, pop music, dance, etc., you're also getting this advanced setting, and now you've got yourself a bar that you can tweak to your exact liking. I love that when earbuds add that to their app. It's allowing you to personalize it to exactly how you want to hear it. All right, let's go ahead and try these on and see how they sound. As you guys can see behind me, it is dark now. So yes, we're starting to wrap this video up as it's getting into late evening by the time I get this posted for you guys. And I want to get it posted so you guys can watch it actually on Halloween's. Now, the first thing I'd like to explain before we go ahead and play a song is that the T1XS has what they call monitor on and off, and that is something that they've added to these earbuds opposed to the T1X. And what that means is basically it's like an active noise canceling or a transparency mode. So with monitor on, you're getting that transparency where you can hear your voice, which I have engaged right now, so I can hear myself talking, I can hear the ambience around me. But if I hold for 3 seconds over the right or left earbud, now it'll say monitor off, and now I can't hear the fan noise of my computer in the background or anything else, and my voice is a little more muffled. So that is a nice feature to have on the newer earbuds for sure. All right, let's go ahead and play a song. Yeah, definitely. Phil knows how to make a good sounding earbud. There's no doubt in my mind. The T1Xs were awesome, and so are the T1XS. The highs, the mids are right there where they're supposed to be, and like I said, you can use their app to adjust how you want to take your sounds, either higher or lower in levels. So, very nice. All right. Well, there's really not much to go over other than brann'z
pros
and cons.
All right, pro number 1 is obviously going to be the new software that they added to these, which makes it great for the app. You're able to do a lot more than you were on the T1X opposed to the T1S. And pro number 2 is going to be the downsizing that they did on the case. I'm really happy that they were able to make it smaller, but were able to keep the same amount of battery usage on it. So I was pretty pleased to find that out, because usually when companies make a smaller case and compact, you usually lose a little bit of juice there as well. And in this case, you didn't, no pun intended. And finally, pro number 3 will be the option they added on these, which is that noise cancellation along with the transparency mode. It's almost a must-have nowadays on earbuds. Great options. All right, let's hit the cons real quick. Con number 1, although I did brag about the size of this, comes with a little bit harder spot to get the earbuds out of the case. I was having a little trouble opposed to the T1X. With the bigger case, it was easier to get the earbuds out like I explained earlier. These I'm sure I'll get used to as I use them more, but as of right now I'm having a little difficulty getting them in and out of the case. And con number 2 is going to be the fact that the case is not a charging case. You know how I feel about wireless charging on the case itself. I love to be able to slap them down on a wireless charger, and Bob's your uncle. Well, we can't say that this time around, because not only does the T1X not have the charging in the case, the T1XS doesn't as well. And con number 3 is going to be... Wait a minute. Did I have a con 3? Con 1, con 2. Huh. Okay. Well, I guess there is no con number 3. All right, guys, I'm sure you're wondering, would Brannon recommend the new FIIL T1XS? If you already have the FIIL T1X and you're thinking about upgrading to the T1XS, you're only spending $10 more. So if you have an extra $10 laying around, I would absolutely 100% suggest you upgrade. But if you don't care about the extra options that I have mentioned in this review today, so you may want to wait a few more months till the next set comes out. Now, for those who have never tried out a FIIL product, I can highly recommend these to you. Although I am not sponsored or endorsed, the company sends them out to me and I give you guys my honest review. So I'll be more than happy to drop you guys an affiliate link down in my description below, and where you can pick up either the T1XS or the T1X. All right, if you guys have any questions regarding the review today on the FIIL T1XS, or any questions on earbuds, or any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to... How does he know the combination?
Huh? It's Halloween.
So what?
I'm supposed to be you. It's Halloween.
Okay.
I'm going as you. I even got the rings, look. Hat,
You don't
shirt.
look anything like me.
Huh?
You don't. You'll never pull it off.
I think I look pretty good.
You'll never pull it off. I was getting to that.
I'm always helping you out.
Yeah.
Always.
Great. Thanks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun trick-or-treating. What are you, 12?
Oh, I act like a 12-year-old boy? Yeah? Well, guess what?
Bye.
You're not getting any of my candy. Done. Done.
He's a doppelganger, and he's going as me. Whatever. He always rushes me on fortune cookies. Maybe I had more to say. Maybe. All right, let's get this over with. Now is the time to set your sights high and go for it. Well, now's the time to say Happy Halloween, have a great evening, stay safe out there, and guys, don't forget to share and like the video as it helps my channel grow, and you know, I will be seeing you guys in my next video.